Despite the Pokemon franchise continuing on with its show and some viewers feeling the formula had gotten repetitive, movies were still being released. Of course, like any other entry before it, the means of it was to make money whether it had something new to display or not. While the first trilogy of films was unbalanced, the second trilogy seemed to be a stronger effort. Starting in the 7th entry, this film attempts to make a concept fresh out of a somewhat familiar idea. That is, a Pokemon from outer space. Okay, that's not too different from another dimension or time. Unfortunately, it's because this idea has already been explored more than once that the viewing experience here is not as engaging as one would expect. It's not bad, more so forgettable. You can't win them all. The plot to this installment follows Ash and company to LaRousse City, where Ash wants to test his skills at the Battle Tower. It's also the location of high-tech gadgetry. Living in the city is Tori, voiced by Tara Sands, the son of Professor Lund, voiced by Sean Schemmel, who 4 years earlier witnessed the arrival of an alien Pokemon they ended up naming Deoxys. However, because it arrived so suddenly, another powerful Pokemon called Rayquaza seeks to destroy it thinking it's a threat. Now in LaRousse City, Deoxys returns and so does the impending battle between the giants. As usual, the original script and direction in Japan was worked by the Sonoda Yuyama duo. In the US, Darren Dunstan did the English direction adaptation, while Norman J. Grossfeld, James Carter Cathcart, and Kathy Pylon handled the English script adaptation. Honestly though, all these credits didn't amount to the greatest of entries. The two biggest attributes to this feature that work against it, first is the focus. Unlike the film before, which didn't focus on Ash but on Max, who was also a main character, felt acceptable. Ash can't be the only character to get development among the group. However, this entry aims its attention at Tori, who the audience has no history with until now. The character of Tori is about a scarring moment that left him reluctant to be near Pokemon. Why couldn't this be put on one of the original characters? Additionally, while Ash and company visit LaRousse City, they encounter more side characters that very much are the same kind of forgettable individuals inserted in past films. Ash creates a small rivalry between another trainer named Rafe, voiced by Sebastian Arcellus, and May runs into another trainer, Sid, voiced by Matthew Labiorteau, who develops a crush on her. Okay, but is it needed? If Team Rocket's Jesse, James, and Meowth are put in the film only for laughs and not used in the plot, then meaningless cardboard cutout side characters shouldn't be given any more or equal focus. The other strange thing about the story is the setting. LaRousse City has security box robots, which manage the area. There are a number of them, but apparently there can be so many that they can be more overwhelming than anything else. That idea is just silly, and it's also a hazard. Aside from this though, the acting is still well done, including the characters that aren't or shouldn't be important to the story. The new Pokemon shown in this feature are unique in design, and the two giants that cause the whole stir are impressive looking. Deoxys looks intimidating considering it can change form in a number of ways depending on the situation it's in. The animation looks good as always though. Rarely has a Pokemon movie looked out of date or had bad animation. This doesn't omit the fact that there's still cinematography linked to this film, shot by Takeya Mitsutani. For what reason is yet to be explained for any of these films. As for music, the film score was composed by the consistent Shinji Miyazaki. While he reprises the title theme as done before, Miyazaki also creates a new motif for Deoxys which sounds accurate for the character. The track contains electronic synthesizers that match Deoxys' mysterious alien qualities. As usual though, no domestic US release for the album. Only in Japan. Only in Japan. Still a good listen though if you can get a hold of it. After 2 trilogies of films, the next film in the anime franchise starts off rather shaky. Animation, voice acting, and music are all fine, but the setting is a little odd seeing how it impacts the story later on, and the random side characters getting more attention doesn't make the viewing experience as entertaining.